Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Tuesday, and today was sort of a Tackle It Tuesday. The hashtag Tackle It from Shannon at Another Yarn. Yeah, that was today because of what happened to me as soon as I woke up this morning. The whole story started years and years ago when the Hobby Lobby first opened up in this area. They had 40% off yarn-themed clothing. There were t-shirts and socks. I think that was it. I got 2 pairs of socks for 40% off one week. And I was wearing a pair yesterday. When I woke up this morning, rolled out of bed, put my feet on the floor, I saw this. The wording on one sock had twisted around to the top of my foot. So all I could see was too many whips. And I was like, whoa, the sock has spoken. Went out and I looked at my pile of whips in the basket next to my chair and I was like, yeah, there are too many. So I decided I was going to do a rotation on my works in progress today. I wrote them all out. Excuse me, I have to move things. Oops, don't you fall. I need you later. And I need to. Okay, like Watermelon Louie. I had 7 rows left to go on the head. And then I needed to make the body, the arms, the legs, the ears, the tail, and what was it? Oh, the nose. The little, I call it the muzzle. Okay, I'll work on that. So I worked on that for about half an hour until I finished the head. And then I moved on to the purple dragon. The purple dragon is a very complicated dragon. There's facial shaping, there's special stitches. There's this thing like you're doing the nostrils and you leave some back loops and then you have to crochet down to that back loop to sort of pinch it. I don't know if I've got everything right because it's not looking like the picture so far, but I'll keep going and see how this goes. I spent about half an hour on that. Made some significant progress on the head. Then there was the purple plain. There's the other one here. There's the other one. The sort of like mirror twin to this, where the dark purples or medium purples get replaced with the light purples. I had just started the nose on that one. I got to within 6 stitches of the end of the body, and I ran out of the light purple yarn. Now, this was a case where, if you saw my video, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, I had picked up a bunch of pop cakes at Walmart on sale for $2 each, and I was deconstructing them for the colors. No problem. I'll take the pop cake was back here. I'll take that out to the living room, go to the cake winder, and divide it up, color control the cake. So I set that aside for a while until I had that done. I'm working on a cute dinosaur. It's a free pattern on my blog where I downsized this really big dinosaur into something like half the size so it works up more quickly. So I got the head on that done. Then I sort of set that on the side. The bear kit from Hooks and Needles, I finished the head. Yep. I'm not having fun with that kit. the yarn is just too small. It cramps my fingers to work on that. But I did work on it, and I did finish the head. I think I started one of the legs too. It's one of those things where you go up one leg and then you go up the other leg and then you connect them for the body. I think I started a leg too. I started the Red Heart Lion kit. I think that is my least favorite project of all of my current works in progress. That yarn is so splitty. I tried a trick that I saw on the Faded Wildflower Crochet. She has a video where she talks about hacks for helping with splitty yarn. One of them was to put it through the yarn through a bead, thinking that like you're putting it through this little hole on the bead and that's going to help it. Well, I didn't have any beads out there except for pony beads, and the hole in a pony bead is so big that it wouldn't help with the yarn anyways. So I took the backing from a 6mm safety eye and put the yarn through that to see if that would help. It might help a little, but I still do not like this yarn. I'll finish it. I'll finish the project, but it's under duress. Okay. And then those were all of the works in progress. I told myself that I would allow myself to make $5 bees. Not bees, turtles. Bees, I was also going to make some bees. Never got around to that today. I was going to make some turtles. Just the little ones. So last night, I showed my husband the bag with all of the Advent skeins from Louie. And I said, I want to make some turtles for this. I want to make some fun turtles. What color should I make a turtle? He said, green shell, light brown head. That's not a fun, exciting turtle. That's a very normal turtle. I think I may try downsizing the head on the pattern because these do have a balance issue. Like the head drags on the ground there. Maybe I'll try downsizing the head. So I put the picture of the yarn on my community page. And I said, I want to make some fun, colorful turtles. So what color combinations should I use? The first person to respond was Louie, the yarn chair chef. No, not yarn chair. Hey, Louie, you want to rename yourself the yarn chair chef? Okay, the armchair chef. She suggested it's late. Brain to speech center is having some issues right now. She suggested peach and purple. So there is my tiny little peach and purple turtle that will go into my $5 bin. Then there was another suggestion for blue and purple. And then there was one more. I think Linda said green and pink. But I had already, I was doing a rotation and then I do a turtle. And I do a couple of the works in progress and then I do a turtle. So I will be going back and doing Linda's next. But anybody else wants to give me color combinations? Go for it. So how did I do with diminishing my works in progress list today? Well, one good thing was I found another clicker. You know, the clickers for keeping track of what row you're on. When I was working on the monkey, I had to keep going back and counting my rows because I couldn't find a clicker. Actually, I was writing on my list here, like down at the bottom. It's like 19, 20, 21, 22, And I wrote them all out, and then I was circling them as I finished off the rows. So I worked around that. But one of the bags had 2 clickers in it. I discovered that the monkey bag has my favorite crochet hook. So my favorite crochet hook isn't going to be back into circulation until I finish Louie the watermelon monkey. Louie the watermelon monkey, I finished his head, and there's like a face patch on the head. So the head and the body are done, sewn together, face patches on, eyes are on. I just need to do his ears and the muzzle, arms, legs, and tail. So all those should be fairly quickly. Louie should be finished tomorrow. And I did finish one project that was on my list. I told you that this plane was going to have like a mirror image plane. There we go. Same pattern, but wherever there's medium purple here, it's light purple on this, and wherever there's light purple on here, it's medium purple on here. So now there's just one more to make where the body is white, and I have it in my notebook what color the other, like what the other parts are. So I'm almost done with this Etsy order. Yes. So I had a productive day today. I feel like I did make significant progress on clearing up my works in progress list. I listened to the sock. Did I tell you what the one says? Too many works in progress, ... and the other one says ... not enough. For my other pair of Hobby Lobby socks, it says do not ask ... about the stash. I wore those to my daughter's house one time, and she's like, "What stash are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yarn stash." Oh, okay. She goes, I thought those were druggy socks. No, they're yarn socks. Yes, me, yarn, yarn, crocheting, Okay, so I do believe that I have another item that that's going to move to the top of my want to make list. I'll have to play the movie again on the laptop and see if I can get a screenshot of this. I was watching a movie on YouTube today. I saw it was something about music, like found the music, or the music is back, or something like that. And at one point, this woman is wearing a sweater, and I was like, I love that sweater. And I'm like pausing the movie, and like, okay, well, it's a cardigan, and it was striped, and the stripes on the arm matched up to the stripes on the body of the cardigan. It was one of these, it didn't just end at the waist like so many do. This went down low past the hips, a nice long cardigan, but at the neck, it had like white ribbing down towards the bottom, but when you got up towards the top, there was more ribbing, and it made like a lapel like it folded over into a nice wide collar. So I want to get a screenshot. I think if I could find just a basic pattern for a raglan cardigan, I could start that and then add the ribbing and try to figure out what to do. It almost seemed like the ribbing at the neck came out to a point, like it was sort of asymmetrical. But I'm gonna have to get a screenshot to look at. It's like, I want to make that sweater. It was blue and brown and cream, and I was just, yeah, I don't know. Have you ever been watching something on TV and be like, oh, I love that. I could make that. I want to do that. That's what hit today. So I'm putting it on my to-do list to zoom through the movie again and try to get some screenshots of the cardigan, because I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it. And it was stripes, so you could use like a skein of this and a skein of that. You know, you don't have to go out and buy 20 skeins. No, I know. You don't have to buy 20 skeins of worsted weight yarn to make a cardigan. Oh, there's this one time. Someone gave me a couple of sweaters. Her grandmother had passed away, but her grandmother loved to knit and had knit herself some sweaters. The thing was, Grandma wore a size 5X. So I remember this one sweater, I was just frogging and frogging and frogging. And I think I ended up with 3 pounds of light purple yarn from that one sweater. Now, where was I? Yes, okay. So it wouldn't take me 3 pounds of yarn, but I want to do that. Okay. There will be a video with the quest for the sweater, the movie sweater. Did I tell you everything I was going to? Let me look at my list. The sweater, yep, Watermelon Louie. I'm almost done with Watermelon Louie. I'm going to finish him tomorrow. So, okay. I showed you the stuff I did. I made progress. Now I'm going to go finish another thing. But I can't start another kit because I have 2 kits going. Even if I finish 2 works in progress, I can't start a new kit until I finish either. I'm calling it the H&N, the H&N for hooks and needles. I'm not happy with that project, so I don't want to give it a lot of billing. You know, I don't want to advertise for them because, like I said, when I opened up the package, I was very underwhelmed by the whole thing and their customer service and all that. So I don't want to give them free advertising here. So I had to either finish up that or the Lion brand Lion kit. And I don't like that one either. So I have to do, as Shannon from Another Yarn will call it, punishment crochet in order to get to another kit. You can do it. You can do it. Add a little power to it. Okay. That's enough silliness for one night. I'm going to go back out to my chair, edit this video, make a pink and green turtle, and do a little bit more work on Watermelon Louie. And then collapse into bed because I did not have a nap today. So, bye-bye. Oh, we watched a Star Trek special last night. It was from years back because it was the 25th anniversary of Star Trek, and both Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner were hosting it, and several times during the thing, you know, Leonard Nimoy would be like, "Can you do this? Can you do it with both hands?" Oh, it takes a little. Yep. Oh, give those fingers a go. So, if the bye-bye wave turns into the the live long and prosper, that's why. Okay. I feel like now I should say, may the force be with you for the Star Wars people, in case you're not Star Trek, you're Star Wars.